Yo, today we are going to be talking about books and maybe more accurately one singular book. One book that I have read for years over and over again, one book that I spend a lot of time studying, one book that has made my life a lot better, has made me a lot of money, has just improved my life and improved me as an entrepreneur and done a bunch of great stuff. And I wanted to create this video because I've never really seen this book mentioned anywhere, so I thought it would be useful. You know, for the longest time I always promised myself I'm not gonna make a video talking about books because most of the videos out there, YouTube videos like, these 7 books changed my life, like they are great, but it's always the same books, you know, there's always the same bangers. Like I didn't wanna make a video where I tell a bunch of marketers to read breakthrough advertising, you know, or scientific advertising or Russell Brunson Expert Secrets or any of this stuff. Like if you are a marketer and you haven't read breakthrough advertising, like you're clearly not gonna make it anyways. Like that's pretty fucking obvious that you should probably read those books. So I didn't want to make that book, but I think this is gonna be really valuable. But yeah, as you can see behind me, I have like a fat stack of different books. I have a bunch of books in like old school advertising, in like human psychology, in sales, in marketing, of course. I have books in like energy and magic even. Like I have a bunch of magic books. I bought a lot of these just for fun. They look pretty cool. I've never read them, but I have a bunch of different books here. And with the first glimpse, you know, if you just quickly check this out, you might think that I'm an avid reader, that I'm a big bookworm, but to be completely honest, these are all mainly just for show. Like I've just bought these because they look pretty cool or they are about a cool topic. And I might want to build like a cool looking bookshelf in the future and look smart. But now I haven't read most of these. And obviously if you look at like a bunch of big business moguls, people who have made hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, they always say read books. These are like the biggest thing and best way to learn. So there's obviously something to that. So I'm not against learning. I'm just not a massive book reader myself. I would rather I'm like a big investor into coaching and consulting. Like I spend a lot of money into that stuff because it just lets me learn a bit faster and a bit more personalized. So I spend a lot of money on coaching and courses and stuff like this. So I have never really felt a need to read books. But of course, again, read the basic stuff. Read breakthrough advertising. Read scientific advertising. Read all these things. That's gonna help you a lot. But yeah. So what is the book that I have gotten massive benefits from? It is actually this book, Ellipsis Manual, it's called. And it's by an author, Chase Hughes. I don't know how to say it, but it's the book Ellipsis Manual. And pretty much what the book Ellipsis Manual is, it's a book about the human brain and like analyzing engineering of human behavior. So it's a book about human behavior and stuff like this. It's written by like some America's leading behavior tactics experts. I think Chase Hughes like did a bunch of stuff with the CIA, and he's like a big speaker and a tactical performance, mental manipulation guru, something like this. And this has been the book that I read over and over again. And the main reason why I read it over and over again, because it's super fucking complex. It has a lot of really complex concepts and things that just take a long time to implement. And again, initially when someone mentions like a human behavior book or a psychology book or book like this, and the first thought is that, okay, this is gonna help me become better with people and get better with sales. Like obviously if you learn, like this book pretty much covers a bunch of different things on how to read people, how emotions work, what are people's weaknesses and stuff like this. It pretty much covers like, it's like a manual to the human brain. That's like maybe the best way to put it. So the initial idea is, okay, this is gonna help me become a better marketer and better salesperson, a better leader. And yes, of course, if you understand how the human brain works and why people do certain things and why people act and how to get people to act. Yes, 100% that's going to make you a way better marketer. It's going to make you way better at sales. It's going to make you a way better leader, way better at hiring. It's going to make you it's going to help you pretty much in all aspects of business that way. But what really has made the big difference for me and why I have kept reading this book is because if you understand the human brain and how it works, yes, you can influence others and you can use it with talking to other people, etc. But the biggest thing for me has been the fact that when you understand how the human brain works, you can influence your own brain, you know? If you learn why you feel certain emotions or why you do certain things, why you take certain actions or why you don't take certain actions or why you just behave in certain type of ways, you're able to really affect and engineer your own behavior a lot. I think entrepreneurship is just a big mental game. I think that's truly what it is. And I think everything at a high level is just a mental game. Like the actual activities of, for example, running an agency are not that complex. Yeah, you have to do a bit of learning, a bit of studying, bit of like bit of failures, etc. to learn. But at the end of the day, like writing cold email campaigns and doing sales calls and client fulfillment and VSLs and landing pages, these are not any major super complex quantum physics level shit. You know, it's not that hard. You'll figure it out in a year or two if you do it by yourself, or if you hire a coach or a consultant, you'll figure it like 3 months. But what's really hard about entrepreneurship and success and building your dream life, at least for me, is the mental side of things. You know, what to do when you don't really want to do shit. You know, how to act, like you wake up in the morning and you just can't fucking stand the idea of doing work. You know, like what to do then? What to do when you're extremely stressed out? What to do when you're doubting yourself? What to do when you have shiny object syndrome? What to do when you're feeling imposter syndrome? What to do when everything's just falling apart and you just want to give up and quit? You know? What to do in those situations when you don't feel confident? And those are the mental battles that I think that make running a business hard, or at least harder than most of those things. You know? Because if you do have a lot of mental issues, if you don't have confidence, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have motivation, if you have a bunch of like really negative limiting beliefs and just limiting thoughts in general, like you're never gonna make it. That's just a fact. You know, like if you look at all the people who fail at business, like the main reason why they fail at business is just because of their mental limitations. It's never about the niche they picked or the offer they created or the business model they chose. It's never about that shit. You know, like there are people starting a business, like picking up dog shit and scaling it to 100K a month. You know, like someone is making 100 bands a month there picking up shit. And you say, I can't make cold email work. I can't make, the ads are saturated, you know? It's never about that shit. It's all about the mental thing. So that's why I think studying psychology and studying like human behavior and studying like the human brain and neuroscience and all this stuff, that's why I think it's the most beneficial. Yes, the secondary benefit is that you're going to become better at sales and at marketing and at leadership and all these things. But again, I think the bigger demon to kill, bigger fight to win is in your own head, and books like this help you do that. And again, I'm not saying that this is the only book that's going to get you results like that and that's going to help you with that. There's a bunch of great psychology books. There's a bunch of books about human behavior. There's a bunch of books about like NLP and all that stuff. This is just the book that I have used for it because it pretty much covers everything that you would ever need to know about that shit. So you can just read one book and not like 10 books. I think just in general, it's better to read one book 10 times than 10 books one time. Boom. So yeah, I'm not gonna fucking keep yapping any longer. Go read like other shit if you want to, but this, I think, like if I had to just pick one book, I would just keep reading this over and over again. It's gonna make you more disciplined, more motivated, more confident. It's gonna help you close more deals, but mainly it's just gonna help you manage your own thoughts and own mental side better. So it's pretty fucking good. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's about it. Take care. Bye.